All right, so local man says deputies will feel his wrath. Have you ever heard a headline like that?
No, not every day, that's for sure.
It's pretty intense, right?
Yeah.
So this news snippet that we're diving into today, well, it's wild. It's kind of bizarre, honestly. Kind of unsettling. Basically, this guy, he's making these threats against law enforcement. What do you even do with that? You ready to try to unpack this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, headlines like that, they always make you kind of stop and go, what is actually
Ah,
going on here?
totally. Okay, so let's get into it. So this guy's, he's talking about like a box house and toy cars.
Okay.
And then to top it all off, he's like invoking Thor and Loki, like, you'll feel their wrath. Yeah.
It's a lot, right?
Yeah, it's easy to just kind of laugh it off at first,
Yeah.
right?
Like, oh, this.
It really is. And to make things even more complicated, this guy doesn't exactly have a clean record. We're talking about like weapons charges. There's menacing, resisting arrest, even burglary. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a red flag. Like you mentioned menacing and resisting arrest, those specific charges, they really point to this pattern of confrontation with authority figures. And when you put that together with potential mental health concerns, I mean, the risk of escalation in certain situations, it just goes way up.
It's a scary thought,
Absolutely.
especially because his arrest wasn't peaceful.
Oh.
Like the article talked about an actual struggle,
Oh, wow.
which like honestly, that's just terrifying for everybody involved, right?
Right. Yeah, situations like that are so volatile. I mean, if someone's already in a heightened state and, potentially struggling with their mental health, it puts law enforcement in a really difficult position.
For sure.
It makes de-escalation tactics so important in those moments, and access to mental health resources. That's crucial both for the person who's at the center of this and for public safety.
Totally. It makes you think, right? Like, this is more than just a crazy news story that we're picking apart. There's got to be a line between, like, an outcry for help and then actual dangerous behavior.
It's true. It really highlights these complexities that we're facing as a society, like how do we balance individual rights and public safety at the same time, especially when mental health is part of the picture? And the answer is it's hardly ever black and white. I mean, it makes you ask, are we even doing enough to address mental health before situations get to this point?
That's the question. I don't know the answer. It's a lot to think about.
It really is.
Well, I think this has been a really, I don't know, just eye-opening deep dive. This local man and whatever's going on with him, it just reminds you that behind all these crazy headlines, there are real people. Thanks for helping unpack this with me.
Of course. These are the kinds of conversations that we need to be having more of.
Couldn't agree more. Until next time.
See ya.